All right, so we're going to use today to show us all of the dynamics around the back office. So if you're a member of Fination, if you're a internal sales person in Fination, what do you need to do? What do you need to know? And what have you? How to onboard people, navigate your way around the platform in order for you to make necessary decisions. All right, so let's begin from our various products that we have in Fination Global. So I'm going to share my slide with you. Okay. By the way, how many of us here, you are an internal sales consultant? If you're an internal sales consultant, okay, so let me just say quickly share that with us. Now, there are two kinds of consultant that we have in Fination Global. We have the internal sales consultant, and we also have the external sales consultant. Now, as an external sales consultant, of course, you have access to some of these as general sales training, where you get to know about the products that we have. And of course, you get to understand how to market, but but the thing is, you don't have a platform, all right? You don't have a what is it called? You don't have a website, a back office where you can manage other forms of investment. All right. So what you are just entitled to as an external sales consultant is the fact that, of course, you have access to our instrumental plans, you have access to our outright sale, and the only thing you enjoy is you get a 10% sales bonus. And there are only two. Okay, from this list, I hope you can see my screen. We have 6 ways you can earn in Fination Global. All right, the first one is outright sales commission. Outright sales is maybe you got somebody who is interested in buying a property, and you sell off a full property. So this is not an instrumental plan. This is just, okay, this particular property is 5 million or 1 million naira. You sell off, you get your full outright sale. All right, so we have group investment commission. Group investment commission. How does the group investment work? This is a system whereby individuals within the ecosystem, all right, individuals can come up and say, okay, the company will come up and create a project. For instance, the last group investment we did was for a plot of land in Obayanto. All right, so instead of one person to own that plot of land, all right, several people can own a piece of land. All right, so like the one we did was 800,000 naira. So, and each slot was going for 5,000 naira. So individuals can buy 2 slots, you can buy 1 slot, you can buy 20 slots, even people that are not active members. But for you to subscribe, you must register. You must register on the free package, all right, because all of those activities are managed on the website. All right, so if you, for instance, you are internal sales consultant, and you have somebody who is interested in co-owning a fraction of one of our projects, all right, so you can send your link to the person. Immediately you send your link, the person registers for free, then he or she can subscribe to that particular project. So for now, we still have projects that, even though you are not a paid member, you can still have access to. But as we advance, there are some projects we want to do, it will be restricted to only paid members. So even if you register for free, you would not still have access. So you have to now subscribe to at least the minimum package of $5 before you can have access. So for this group investment, it is not open to external consultants. Why? Because the group investment is managed on the website. So if you are not an active member on the website, you cannot participate in the group investment commission. So for those that are internal consultants, once you have somebody who is interested in doing a group investment, all right, if you are a regular member, the regular member is the $5. If you are an FRO consultant or internal consultant with $5, that means you are actually a regular consultant. So you're entitled to 3% of whatever amount of slots the person buys. And guess what? We are launching a group investment project in the city of Ekpe. All right, so we're already there are some software updates we are doing on our platform, whereby people don't just have the opportunity to buy a slot. You can buy a slot, hold it for a while, and resell the slot. Let's say, for example, like the one we already have in Obayant, or the one we did, I think that was last 2 months. All right. So as at when the slots were sold out, no new person could buy. And we realized that there are some people who have held their slot for a short while, and they pretty much feel like, okay, I want to sell. All right. So we are creating a trading system whereby if, for instance, we actually come up with a project, and that project is over, let's say, 5 million naira or 10 million, and we're expected to hold that project, that land for, let's say, 5 years. Maybe within the first 1 year, if each slot was selling for 5,000 or 20,000, and within the first 1 year, the price of the slot will definitely increase. Why? Because the value of the property has increased. So once the value of the property increase, a price per slot will increase. But in case the company does not have any more slots left, what will happen is we'll open a market. All right, we'll open a market whereby individuals that have slots that bought when it was cheaper can actually resell their slot. But at the point where they are selling, they are not selling because the price has gone up. Maybe you bought when a slot was 20,000, and within 1 year, the property has, the value of the property has increased, and that 20,000 per slot is now maybe 25,000 or 30,000. All right, so you can put it up for sale for individuals who are just joining the platform and they want to buy into that opportunity. So they can buy, members can now resell their slots. All right, so it's like a trading platform. Why some persons will decide to say, I want to keep holding it because I know if, as long as it is Ekpe is going to do so much. If it's 5 years, I'm ready to hold it for 5 years. So they will keep holding and holding and holding. But in the process, some persons can sell off their slot as as the waiting period is still in existence. So if you bring in anybody as an internal consultant and you're a regular member, you earn 3% of whatever amount the person pays to buy a slot. If you are a pro, you earn 4%. If you are a VIP, you earn 5%. All right, so let's go back to, so we have the fixed installment commission. So to have a fixed installment commission, meaning we have a fixed installment plan. Fixed installment plan. So how does the fixed installment plan work? For instance, you have somebody who is interested in buying a property, and let's say the value of the property is 1.5 if it's an outright purchase. Okay, I think let me just see if I can show you practically using the platform, using the website. So you see an example of, I just hope we have okay, so I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Like you can see the website. All right, so I think we can see. Please, if you can see my screen, kindly type 1. Okay, good. So, for instance, somebody comes and says, I want to subscribe for one of your properties. And he comes here and click available properties. All right. So when he clicks on available properties, of course, this person now, you should have already used your link to register the guy. Now, when he clicks available properties, he sees, okay, if you are buying a 50 by 100 land in Obayanto is worth 800,000. If you are buying a 100 by 100 is worth 1,550,000. And this property comes with a free legal deed of assignment. All right. So, and you can do up to 6 months installment. So the guy comes here and click on more information. All right, so immediately he clicks on more information, you see purchase summary, price 800,000, then payment structure. So you can choose different payment structures. So we have the outright purchase. Of course, outright purchase is 800,000. So the guy comes after he has funded his wallet, comes here and click on buy. So if he has sent money to the company, 800,000, and the company is going to fund his wallet with 800,000. Immediately he clicks buy, all right, is recorded that this guy has made a purchase of a plot of land. Now, you who is the sales consultant, immediately 10% is triggered to your wallet. 10% of 800,000 is triggered to your wallet, which is 80,000. Now, what happens there is this: for every commission you earn, in Fination Global, 60% is paid to you in cash. Listen, 60% is paid to you in cash, while 40% is paid to you in incentive points. So if, for instance, you made a sale of 1 million, which is an outright purchase, and for an outright purchase, whether you are a regular, a pro, or a VIP, if you are doing outright purchase, you earn 10%. Your money is complete. Oh, sorry, let me work on my lights. Just a moment, please. All right, so if you are making an outright sale, whether you are a regular, you are a pro, you are a VIP, the system pays you 10% automatically, no negotiation. So you have your full payment. Now, okay. So if this guy makes an outright purchase, you get your 10%. So 8%, 60% is paid to you in cash, 40% on incentive points. So what do you do with the incentive points? So let me go back to the dashboard. Let me show you something there. Then we'll move on. So now, if you come here, you are going to see property sale commission. Property sale commission. Now, on this property sale commission, you can see if you are selling, because on our property sale, this is not just a Nigeria-driven system. We have people outside Nigeria who deposit, USD to buy properties, all right, or do several real estate investments. So for the cash for Naira, you can always switch and see what your commissions in Naira. You can always switch to see your commissions in USD. Now, as you can see, this is cash, this is incentive points. All right. So if you make a sale of 100,000, for instance, all right, and 60% will be paid to you in cash, meaning you will see 60,000 Naira here. While on your incentive points would it's actually paid to you based on the current dollar rate of the platform. So let's assume a dollar at the time was 1,000 Naira, meaning you are going to see 40 incentive points. But if dollar is 1,000 plus, it's not going to be 40. So it does the conversion from Naira, because $1 and one incentive point is equal to $1. That's how we calculate it. One incentive point is equal to $1. So whatever the dollar rate at that point, it will convert it and give you the necessary incentive point. So what do you do with that incentive point? Of course, the cash, you can make your withdrawal whenever you want. But what do you do with your incentive points? You can come here, you come to real estate opportunities, you click on my incentives. You see, I have 39.19 incentive points. Now, there are several incentives that you can claim. There are several incentives that you can claim using your incentive points. For instance, if you have up to $10, 10 points, you can claim this t-shirt. If you have up to 20 points, you see that the number of incentives that are actually carrying claim incentives is proportional to the amount of incentives that I have. Since I don't have up to 40, that's why this 40 wasn't activated to claim. So I can't use the point that I have to claim this incentive. So the more you keep selling and you keep gathering incentive points, all right, the more incentives you can actually claim, as you can see all of them here. All right, so all you just need to do is to keep making sales and keep gathering what? Incentive points. All right, so let me move back to my slide. Okay, let me finish with the instrumental plans. All right, so I was on this one at the time. So you come here, if the person is paying outright, he comes here, select outright, he brings out the amount and he makes payments. If the guy is selecting, now this is what we call flexible payment. But before I explain flexible payment, let me explain fixed installment payment. So the fixed installment payment ranges from 3 months to 6 months. You know, we are the one that set it, but the highest is 24. But there are some properties that don't have 24 months. There are some properties that don't have 18. There are some properties that don't even have 12. Some properties are just 6 months maximum. So let's assume this guy is going for a 6 months plan. As you can see, it tells you that initial deposit is 140,000, meaning for this guy to take up this plan, he needs to have at least, please, let's mute our mic. For this guy to take up this plan, he need to have at least 140,000 Naira. All right. So once he funds his wallet with 140,000 Naira, then he clicks on buy. So immediately he clicks on buy. All right. Immediately he clicks on buy, that installment plan will start. So it takes it as, okay, that's the initial deposit. So the next month, the system is expected that this guy is going to pay 110,000 for the next 6 months. All right, so if you do all your calculations, it will amount to what? 800,000 Naira. Now that's for the fixed installment plan. So for fixed installment plan, let's go back to our slide. For fixed installment plan, if you are a regular member, you earn 5% when somebody subscribes. So immediately the guy pays 140,000. 5% is paid to you as commission. And don't forget, from that 5% that is paid to you as commission, it's going to be splitted. 60% of the 5% will be paid to you as cash. 40% will be paid to you as incentive point, so that you can keep building your incentive point. So if you are a pro, you earn 8%, and if you are a VIP, you earn 10%. All right. So let's go back to the slide, sorry, the site. All right, so let's check random flexible payment. So random flexible payment says, if you choose this plan, we call it flexible installment plan. Now, the flexible installment plan, sometimes I recommend it for entrepreneurs, people who have businesses, people who they don't have a fixed salary. So the flexible investment plan, installment plan says you can make an initial deposit with even as little as 50,000. You can plug in, you can start, but you can be paying any amount in any time you want. You can pay even 50,000, you can pay 100,000. Maybe when you make money, you can even pay as little as 20,000. So as you pay, there's a system we have that records all your payments. All right, so that all your payment transactions will be attached, and you can generate receipts. I'm going to show you an account of somebody who did that, and all the payments, how we tracked all of the payments and all. So the person pays randomly. It's not fixed. So if he gets 300,000 today, he can pay. So within 3 months, 4 months, the guy can finish up. And that's what this girl did. That particular girl that we did allocation for, she started in January. It was a flexible plan. Sometimes she would send 50,000, sometimes she would send 120K, and in 4 months she was able to hit the particular amount the particular amount that the property was actually sold to her for. So, and that is what exactly she did. So if you are on the flexible payment plan, if you get a client to do the flexible plan, all right, and you are okay, and you are a regular, you earn 5%. If you are a pro, you earn 8%. You are a VIP, you earn 10%. All right, so that is there. So let me quickly show you a prototype of somebody who did such kind of payment. Let me show you a prototype of such payment. Okay, let me search. Okay. All right, so this is a guy who did a flexible payment plan. So you just check his available properties. Then you're going to see, okay, this is his payment plan. Okay, the price of what he bought was 900,000 at the time. All right, so you can see payment breakdown. Total paid, he has paid 550,000 so far. He started with an initial deposit of 100,000, so you still have some months, some payments, some money to pay. All right, so as you can see, by the side of each of the payments, you see receipts. So you can generate receipts. All right, so you can see receipts. The guy can see the receipt of every of his payments. All right, you can see the receipt of every of his payment. Why? The system generates receipts automatically on each of the payments. All right, so this is how it works. So each time this guy pays, whatever amount he's paying, if you were the one who introduced him into this flexible installment plan, each time he pays, if you are a regular, you earn 5%. If you are a pro, you earn 8%. If you are a VIP, you earn 10%. So that's how it works until he completes his payment. You keep earning that money consistently. All right, so let me go to let me go to, okay, we've talked about the flexible plan. Then, of course, the contribute to own. Contribute to own is, a group of people coming together to own a property. Okay, no, not a group of people. A group of people coming together, donating a particular amount of money every single month. All right, which, of course, that's like the main flyer we shared during the conference. That flyer is practically on for contribute to own. So if somebody wants to subscribe for a contribute to own plan, all right, you can come here, click on contribute to own in Naira. He or she is going to see the various options there. All right, so we have several contribute to own packages that are there. We have for 50 by 100 urban tour that comes with, just deed of assignment. We have 50 by 100 that comes with both deed of assignment and survey. We have 50 by 100 that comes with both deed of assignment, survey, and community receipt. All right, so each of this stuff has their own payment. So you can choose to join, let's say, for example, you want to join this 70,000 per month contribute to own. You click on more information. All right, click on more information, then it takes you to where you can opt in. What's wrong with the network? Okay, so you click on opt-in. So it will tell you proceed to opt-in. So immediately you proceed to opt-in. Of course, you should have funded your wallet with this amount of money. All right. So once you click on proceed to opt-in, it creates that it adds you to the circle, so you know what you need to keep paying every month, and all of that. So if you have someone who opting into this plan, all right, which is the contribute to own, you earn 5% as a regular, 8% as pro, 10% as what? As VIP. All right. So a lot of people have been asking what is ROEIT, in Fination Global. REIT simply means Real Estate Investment Trust. So this Real Estate Investment Trust is a system whereby you want to give Fination your money to do business. All right, you want to give Fination your money to do what? To do business. So you can come here, click on Real Estate Opportunities, then you click on ROEIT, both in dollars or in Naira. You can decide to invest in the one without, the one carrying Naira is Naira, while the other one is USD. So if you want to invest your money in Naira, you just come here, click on title. Maybe you want to invest for a particular reason. So you can click on invest for future or whatever. The investment amount, you can say 1 million. All right, so you earn, so the system pays you 30% per annum. All right, so but you earn 110% every 4 months. Every 4 months. All right, so first 4 months you earn 10%, second 4 months you earn 10%, and the third 4 months you earn 10%. So at the end of that period, you would have earned 30% in 1 month. All right, so you still earn commission if you have people that are interested in doing that. you still earn commission. So if you are regular, you earn 3%, pro 4%, VIP 5%. So if you have people who want to invest in the ROEIT, you earn what you earn referral, you earn commissions as well, sales commission, depending on the package that you are on the platform. All right, so I think I've this is over an hour. All right, so far, do we have any question? So far, do we have any question we want to ask? Hello? Okay. You can unmute your mic, Gospel.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. My question is, sir, can we update our plans? Like, if I started with the regular or pro, can I actually update to VIP with like, let's say the regular is $5. So when I want to upgrade to pro, am I going to pay the full money for the pro, or I'm just going to, make payment in addition to the one for the regular, and it will work that way? I don't really understand
Okay,
that, sir.
if you are on the regular and you want to upgrade to pro, you don't need to pay $25. You just need to pay additional 20. All right. So if you are on
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so if you are on pro, for you to move to VIP, you don't need to pay the full 50. All you just need to do is to pay extra 25. All right, so you add to what you already have, and that will move you to the next stuff. So, but meanwhile, we have a promo that is currently on ground. All right, so I believe we all have seen that promo. Is everywhere. It's on the platform, it's on some of our groups. All right, so the promo says all the sales that you are going to make, whether you are making the sales from whether you are making the sales from the sales specifically, okay, how will I put it now? Whether I'm making the sales from the fixed installment, I'm making the sales from the flexible installment, or the outright, or the contribute to own, or the ROEIT, whatever sales you do. No, sorry, the ROEIT is not part of it. Why? Because you are not actually selling a property on that. So, but whatever volume you generate from the real estate, from the fixed installment plan, all the commissions the volume you generate from the flexible installment plan, the contribute to own, the outright sale, from those four sources, the volume you are able to pull out from those four sources, and also the group investment. So the group investment, the fixed installment plan, the contribute to own, the flexible installment plan, and the outright sale. From those five major sources, all the volumes that are going to do from those five major sources between now and October, between this May and October, all the volume of sales you are going to make is going to be accumulated to you. So if you are able to do a total of 1 million within that period, we are planning to host a mega real estate conference, in November ending, or maybe first week of December. All right, so all those who made that volume of sales within that period of time, if you did 1 million, if you did 3 million, if you did 5 million, so that apart from the commissions that you have been earning, apart from the incentives that you have been earning from the incentive points, this is just an additional, system. This is just an additional plan that you have. So if you can do a volume up to 10 million in sales, up to 15 million in sales, so all of these incentives that you have, So whichever one you qualify for will be presented to you, all right, on that day of the event. So this is more like a promo, and it's strictly for internal sales consultants. If you are not an internal sales consultant, you cannot participate. External sales consultants are not part of this promo system. All right. So any other person has a question, we'll try as much as possible to be making sure that our trainings doesn't exceed 1 hour. So any other person has a question? Samuel, do you have a question?
Yes, sir, I do, sir.
All right, let's take your question.
Yes, sir. The question I want to ask is about this flexible installment payment something, sir. This flexible payment something, does it have a limit duration like like that of what is it called? Fixed payment, where it has a duration of 6 months, whereby property you can purchase the property and do installment for 6 months to complete the total amount of the money. So the flexible installment payments, does it have a duration or is until when the person was able to pay the money finish?
No, it has a duration. The maximum duration is 1 year, which is 12 months. You get that?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, we have some that are for 6 months. We have some that are for 10 months. We have some that are for one year. So, which is the maximum. It doesn't exceed 1 year in terms of, flexible payment. And sometimes I recommend it for a lot of entrepreneurs, like I said, for people who their income is not fixed, like a salary. All right. So these are people who earn money irregularly. So that kind of plan fits much more with entrepreneurs. So as the money is coming, they can just be pushing a fraction of whatever they earn, and before you know it, you are done with your payment. So, and we have several people who have done it. And as I speak to you, they're already landowners. So these are things that you need to sell. And please don't be in a position whereby all you do is selling and you are not buying. Now, let me say this to us. I think my mentor was sharing with us earlier today, and he was talking about how they visited a man in Lagos, one of these guys who regulates the Lagos real estate market. And the guy was talking about how many years ago they were part of the people who sold lands in Lekki. They were part of the people who sold lands in Lekki. And unfortunately for him, he did not buy. He was just selling. He never had a piece of Lekki, and he was sharing his regret and all of that. And today, of course, he had lands in some other areas in Lagos. And today, both of us know what Lekki is. Whereby you want to buy a plot of land in Lekki, you'll be hearing, 500 million, 300 million, depending on the location. All right. So what am I saying in essence is, and my mentor said something. He said, if you miss Lekki, if you miss VI, if you miss Igbeju or Ibrahim Adesanya, and you now also miss Ekpe, he was telling us so. He said your generation will not forgive you. Some of us never had the privilege Of course, we knew when Amagba, for those of us in Benin, we knew when Amagba was not developed. In fact, when that road, that Ugbo Central Road, when they've not even graded it, I knew that those locations many years ago. Of course, I didn't have much sense then. When Amagba was nothing, I knew that area. Some of us knew when Sapele Road, if you are coming from Ring Road, the last bus stop is Sapele Road by Ajip. From Ajip to those Ewabogun, Peanut, and all of that, those places were bush. They were begging people to come and buy land. So what I'm saying here, even Ugbo. So my charge to you is, if you miss Ugbo, you miss Amagba, you missed Sapele Road. Land is still cheap now in Oba Yanto. Land is still cheap now in Oba Zua. These are some of the locations you can look at. Take a plan. It can be 70,000. Don't be a signboard. You are directing people to their destiny, but you are not going in that direction. Don't be a signboard. So pick a plan. Don't just sell real estate. Also buy. So that at the end of the day, it's not that you have sold to everybody, but you did not buy. Like I said, if you missed Amagba, if you missed Ugbo, if you missed Airport Road, if you missed Sapele Road, you now also miss Obayato, your generation will not forgive you. That's my charge to you. So please, as you are selling, make a plan, create a system, create a plan to also buy. As a matter of fact, I tell people, until you buy into something, it is even very difficult to sell it. Your real estate journey will move to another level the moment you make your first down payment in real estate, or maybe in any of our projects. You say, take 70,000, hold this one. Next month, I'll work and bring another 70,000. Because why? You that is selling a particular area in real estate, sometimes your mind will be telling you that is telling people to come and buy, do you have a property there? Have you even bought? The person that is talking about come and buy land in a particular location, and he has a plot there, the inspiration, the motivation, the passion, it will be way, way different. Even the communication will be different from somebody who is telling another person to come and buy land, and he knows that he does not have anything there. So what am I saying in essence is, as you are on your journey to making sales, telling people to come and buy real estate, make plans to also own a piece of what you are selling, so that at the end of the day, you don't lose out completely. You don't regret. Because if you have money, or no matter the commission you get paid with, you will still spend it. But if a fraction of your commission, you are saving it to buy your own, it's better that way. So that you don't have too much of real estate regret. Stephen Akintayo was sharing with us one time, and he was telling us about one of his real estate regrets. Now, when he started as a realtor, he was selling lands, sold lands, some 40,000, 30,000, 50,000. But the commissions he was making, he did not use it to buy lands for himself. It was after a while, he now felt like, why would I just be selling and, using the money to do other things? That was when he now started buying. As he sells, he makes commission. Part of the commission he uses to do other things, but he was reinvesting, buying more properties. And he said at that time, at the end of the day, he was able to secure over 50 plots. And those 50 plots, each of the plots then was costing, I think, about 50,000 around, I think around Ikorodu. That was the place where, at that time, they've not commissioned the Fort Mainland Bridge. But as I speak to you, it was exactly the place where he bought. It was just close to that place. That's where they are running the Fort Mainland Bridge. As I speak to you, the same land that was worth 50,000. That same property per plot is going for over 6 million, 7 million now. So like I said, The same mobile top, the same place that you are selling, Obazua, that you are selling, please ensure you are also buying so that you don't lose out completely. So that's one mistake rather a lot of realtor make. And please, I don't want us to make such mistakes. So finally, if you have a question, let's take the last question for tonight. If you have a question, put up your hand. Let's take the last question, then we'll wrap it up for tonight. So our training is going to be from 9 to 10. So please, let's try as much as possible to show up as early as possible from 9 to 10. So it's going to be every Tuesday. It was because we could not hold it yesterday. That's why we moved it to today. So it's going to be every Tuesday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So please, let's ensure we are on board. And okay, no, I think it's once every 2 weeks. I don't know. Choice is going to give us the information show because she'll be the one to do all of the posting of the link and all. So she'll give us the information on the group. Then we are going to be announcing a group inspection day. So it's going to be a group inspection day. We'll try and see if we can do it on a weekend, on a Saturday, so that we can have more people attend. But immediately we announce the group inspection day, it will require that you register. So we're going to create a link whereby each individuals will register. All right. The reason for the registration so that we can know exactly the number of people that are going and we make the necessary provision. So we are doing a group inspection. So as many people that can come, you can even bring in your prospects. So if you have prospects that will be coming, people that are interested, you can bring them that day, you register them so that on that day we have a lot of people coming to site, seeing where the property is, take pictures, videos, so that when you get back, you can start doing your marketing. So as much videos you can take, bring in your selfie stick, bring in your tripod stand for your cameras and everything. So we're going to announce it, and it will require that you register for that, mega inspection day. So we're looking at, if not this week, max next week. All right. So, but in between, before that next week, we're going to have, several, one or two persons that we might be taking to site. So if we have any day that we're going to site, we can still drop it on the group. If you are available and there is space, all right, you can join in. All right. But that particular mega inspection day, we're going to be hiring a bus. So we go there, it converges us there. Then, of course, bring us back to the meeting point. Then we all dispatch. All right, son Samuel, you can unmute your mic.
Yes, thank you very much for the class. Let me say we really appreciate it because this is a word of enlightenment. And my question is that I want to ask question: do we have any packages for and because this real estate, I find it a passion thing that most especially youths need to come into to secure a future for themselves. And if we look outside today now, we see so many youths, the terms of Nigeria struggling to see work and this. So do we have any packages for those people who earn at least something like maybe 50,000 per month, and they have interest in what in coming to something like this with Fination, to coming to real estate with Fination? So do we have any package that we can introduce to them that at least, okay, I'm earning 40,000, at least I can still use this amount towards to invest into real estate, sir?
And the only opportunity they have is to join the group investments, because with their income, they cannot own a property the way it is. All right, they cannot own a property, because if you are earning 50,000, in this economy, looking at the bills that they are paying, transportation and all of that, you realize that with that 50,000, what they can put aside for an investment like real estate can be, let's say, um, let's say 15 or 20,000, that means they have to live off for the whole month with 30,000. And what can 30,000 really do? So it's going to take somebody who's really disciplined to say, okay, fine, I want to put out 20K from my 50K, and I just hope that guy survives through that month. All right. So in that case, you imagine somebody is bringing 20,000 monthly. How many months will it take him to now get a property of up to 700,000? So it's practically almost not possible. All right, because it can't be for everybody. That's the truth. So what can accommodate them is the group investment. Maybe we have a group investment project that, okay, they can plug in with maybe as little as 10,000, 20,000, knowing that, okay, they put their money there instead of spending it as the property that we co-invest together as a group, as it appreciates, their finances is also appreciating. So by the time they build their portfolio over time, or maybe get a better work that they do to increase their income, of course, they can start subscribing to any of the property, whether outright, installment, or whatever. But with the way they are, their financial level or their income level, it cannot accommodate it. And there's really nothing we can do about it. So they just need to upscale whatever they do so that they can start earning more. So such people can even start as realtors. So that's one of the cheapest way to start real estate. So if you don't have the money to invest, if you don't have the money to invest, you can start out as a realtor to sell property for the company. So you imagine that same person brings in somebody who buys a property of, let's say, over 800,000 or 1 million. That's already 100K. 10%, or maybe or whichever level he is in the sales consultant, network. So whatever percentage he earns, he can reinvest, he use that to reinvest, all right, or to start up something that can keep bringing income. So whatever it is, the person cannot start with the level that he is. He has to create a better income stream so that he can be accommodated into the plan. So it says, what's the difference between internal sales and external? Internal sales are those who register to be members of Fination, while external sales are those who want to also share the opportunities that we have, but they are not willing to pay to be a member. And if you're an external sales consultant, you will not participate in the promo. You cannot do group investment. Any of our project that is managed by the website, you cannot do it because you are not onboarded on the platform. So you can just share the flyer, maybe, the installment plan and all of that. So whichever one, you get a buyer, all right, we just pay you off your 10% and whatever. And you cannot have access to every month. We are going to be doing our sales consultant hangout. So the one for June is going to be announced shortly, and it's going to be for just internal sales consultants. So the one for June will be announced. The flyer will be there. So we all can converge, rub our minds together, have fun. There will actually be, lunch and all of that. So have fun, rub our minds, learn, connect, network, ask questions, grow together, and we look forward to a better month ahead for mega sales. So that's how it's just going to be. That's how it's just going to be. So, but that is exclusive for internal sales consultants. So that's just the difference. So on this note, I think we are done for tonight. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. I really do appreciate all those who joined in and those who stayed till this time. So we're going to look forward to our next section. And of course,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Excuse me, sir. I think Tiger posted something on the chat, a question on the chat.
That's what I just answered now. The difference between internal and external sales consultant. What's the minimum for the RA? We'll drop all that on the group. We already past time. We'll drop any question you have, please just drop it on the group. Any question you have. So thank you guys. I appreciate. Good night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.